Time for the WMIX Sports Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, featuring the Waltonville Spartans, Weber Trojans, Woodlawn Cardinals, Wayne City Indians, and Sesser-Valier Red Devils. The showcase is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, Rolling Excavating, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu and by Coach House Garages, Ford Square, King City Chrysler. You can count on us. The Batter's Box in Woodlawn, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank with the Coach House Garages pregame show. The showcase starts now.
Welcome to courtside at the SIU Arena in Carbondale, Illinois. As tonight, the showcase stops at the SIU Arena. So Waltonville Spartans take on the Christopher Bearcats. A very pleasant Saturday evening, wherever you may be listening in on WMIX 94.1 FM or online at WMIXSports.com. I'm Czerwinski. Welcome you into the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're in need of a garage fixture, car, price, possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Joining me alongside the voice of Mount Vernon Rams Athletics here on WMIX, Mr. Chris Hugo. And it is nice to be back, get a game in here, and we get going on what's happening.
Well, it's nice to get a game in here. Of course, the SIU Arena, we're always treated well here at Southern Illinois University, and it's just great to be back here courtside. Last time I was here is for the 2012 Super Sectional. You were here last year with the Woodlawn Cardinals and Modern Day Knights, and back when the shootout was 2 days. Now it's down to 1 day, and rather sparse crowd attendance for this one, of course, in this big arena, but it still should be a fun game between two evenly matched teams. Of course, the Spartans on a little bit of a hot streak, of course, I guess you could say, coming into 2014 with some success, finishing out 2013 with some success, but we take a look at the Christopher Bearcats. They're a team that are 9-3, but suffered a tough loss last night in conference play. Look at our Blackcats. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler, as both teams warming up on the floor. We'll take a break, come back, talk about these two teams, the game tonight, games today, and the matchup here tonight between Waltonville and Christopher. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is the showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Danny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo at the SIU Arena on the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're looking for a garage builder, build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available, then a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams warming up. Waltonville and Christopher, the third of 3 games here today. And in the first 2 games here, some bigger schools. Carbondale won on a last-second shot layup at the horn over Jackson, Missouri, 63-61, and Mascouda beat Heron 49-38. After this one tonight, it'll be Belleville East versus Marion in the final game, and there are plenty of seats available, as Mr. Hugo mentioned, and any section you want here at the arena. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service, discounts, like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. Interesting crew here. Of course, the Christopher Bearcats, will start with them. Eric Stallman's done a very good job down there at Christopher. Regional finalists last year. Lost to Waltonville in the regular season last year. Upset Waltonville in the Waltonville Regional last season. Coming into this matchup here, they move it down here to the game in the arena. A 9-3 team had a tough loss to Goreville. See how good they are and how well they bounce back here
tonight in this one. Well, I think that's going to be key, but you take a look at a team with off to a hot start. Of course, they won their own turkey tournament. That's a prizable stat there in itself. Of course, by the MVP performance for Jacob Towers, first father-son duo, if I'm not mistaken, to share that honor in the turkey tournament. But, of course, some ups and downs along the way. Of course, they start off undefeated and then head into the SB Holiday Tournament, still undefeated, beat Century in the first round, but lose to Goreville for a first time. Then lose to ZR in the fifth-place bracket, ending their tournament a little bit early, but then get a big win over Johnson City by a point on January the 14th. It had been their first game since the holidays, but then go on the road to Goreville last night, lose by a dozen, and now have to bounce back here quickly for a team like the Waltonville Spartans, who struggled out of the gate, but have a couple of nice wins along the way, a couple of big wins in Midland Trail Conference play, and now come in here tonight after a win on Thursday night, a makeup game by 21 over Sandville after a tough loss earlier in the week against Oakville. So we'll see how the Spartans, they bounce back nicely on Thursday night. We'll see if they can continue that into some success here this afternoon in this makeup Saluki Shootout.
We get to the starting lineup, the change of what we've been used to, brought to you by the Batters Fox. Baseball and softball lessons start March 3rd in Woodlawn. Lessons are $12 an hour for 6 to 14-year-olds. Equipment provided, including full-length batting cage and pitching machine. Call Scott Smith at 316-1437 for additional information and change to the Waltonville line, what we've been used to in the last few games we've done here on WMIX. I think when you look at the Christopher Bearcats, getting games in is consistent. I think at the holiday tournament at Sesser-Valier, I think they would have to determine kind of a disappointment to go out in 3 games. They had that triple overtime loss to Goreville, but then lost to ZR the next day. Kind of disappointing for them, but they had Trico game there that was canceled. Only 2 games since December 30th. So this is their 3rd one, and it's a lot of time off going into 19 days, and only this is your 3rd game.
Well, it had a good showing against Johnson City, of course, on January the 14th. Lost by 1 as a Johnson City team that finished 2nd in the Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament. But you take a look at their efforts up and down throughout the start of the season into now. And this is a Christopher team that many thought might have a chance to win a regional this year. And, of course, they're in that loaded regional with Woodlawn, Waltonville, among others. Wayne City, of course. But when you really take a look at the resume they have put together, you'd consider them the favorite today, coming in at 9-3. But with the Spartans at 4-9, had a nice matchup last week in the Effingham St. Anthony Shootout against a tough Dietrich team. Lost by only 8, led for part of the way, and you take a look at what the Spartans are starting to put together, you can kind of get the impression that maybe they're starting to get it.
Yeah.
And as they get it, they're going to continue to improve, and they're going to be somebody you may not want to face in the postseason, or maybe not somebody you want to face here at the side of the Super Sectional.
We need to take another break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this one and maybe get you caught up to date on some scores from around other tournaments and games in around Southern Illinois as well. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
A digestive problem can affect every area of your life. But now there's a specialist right here in town who focuses on digestive health. Mayo Clinic trained Dr. Tegpal Atwal has opened the only gastroenterology clinic in Mount Vernon. Dr. Atwal treats acid reflux, gallbladder problems, inflammatory bowel disease, ulcers, and more. For your appointment with Dr. Atwal at Crossroads Specialty Clinic, call 618-241-9071.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account with People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and it only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Is your concrete driveway or maybe your sidewalk cracked, unsightly, or even non-existent? Let Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing in Woodlawn be a part of your home or business renovation in the new year. A true family-owned and operated local business, Rowley's Excavating specializes in dirt excavation and hauling, residential and commercial concrete jobs too. There's nothing these guys can't do. Get a free quote by calling Luke Rowley at 237-0552. That's 237-0552. Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing. They get dirty so you don't have to. Call Luke today.
To expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Christopher and Waltonville, 4 minutes away here at the arena. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside on the Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you need the garage, text your car price possession. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Chris, for the Waltonville Spartans, a nice win on Thursday night in a makeup game against Sandoval. And, of course, they go into the Midland Trail Tournament on Tuesday, a game against Sisney. They're a low-rated seed, but we feel they can get a win here.
Well, definitely, and I think when you really take a look at that conference from top to bottom, you knew Woodlawn was going to be the one. Question was going to be from pretty well 2 to about 8. And just about anybody could have been anywhere. Of course, Odin got the 2, Wayne City got the 3. I honestly thought Waltonville would probably be the 3 seed, worst-case scenario, but they dropped down to the 5 for some unbeknownst reason. Probably could have made a great argument to be the 4. That's the difference between a road game and a home game Tuesday night. But I still think have to be the favorite in Tuesday night's game to possibly get to a semifinal matchup on Thursday at Louisville, in which case the team more than likely that would be waiting would be the Woodlawn Cardinals.
The Woodlawn Cardinals have that going on Tuesday night, and with that, we'll be at Woodlawn on Tuesday. On Monday, we'll be back here at Carbondale, across town on the east side. Lady Rams open up in the Carbondale tournament at 4 p.m. We'll have that game Tuesday night. We'll be in Woodlawn. The Woodlawn's game at 7 o'clock against the winner of Grayville and Sandoval. Wednesday night, only knows Thursday night. I know you're in Salem.
Yep.
I'm probably in North Clay, and on and on.
You're probably doing not to offend anybody, you're probably doing a Woodlawn Waltonville semifinal.
Wasn't it those two there? Hey, we need to take one final break here on the Coach House Garage's pregame show. We come back with the starting lineups. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans Basketball and Showcase on WMIX.
There's still time to save during the cleanup sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Get an extra 15 to 20% off your favorite furniture from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Sealy Posturepeutic Bedding, Broyhill, Universal, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Clean up on savings at Newell's General Store with 75% off all remaining holiday, 50% off all Gym Shore collection, lotions, scarves, purses, plus 15 to 25% off everything else. Newell's, cleaning up to save you more.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
The Batter's Box in Woodlawn has 17-foot ceilings with a half basketball court, full-length batting cage, pitching machine, and climate control for year-round use. The Batter's Box is a great place for basketball, baseball, or softball practice with active clinics and lessons in the spring and fall. Contact Scott Smith at 316-1437 to reserve the Batter's Box for your team or party. Speaking of parties, plan your next birthday party with the Batter's Box, located at 614 North Main in Woodlawn. Call 316-1437 for prices and availability.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Okay, so welcome back to the arena. We're talking to the officials to get things straightened out. We're getting back into the Batter's Box starting lineup. The Batter's Box in Woodlawn is perfect for your child's birthday party. $50 for 2 hours and 70-foot high ceilings. Give Scott Smith a call, 316-1437. I'll turn over to Mr. Hugo for the starting lineup.
The Waltonville Spartans at 4-9, coached by Brian Gamber and Eric Widges, will be the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. They're actually going to start a 5'10 sophomore, number 10, Dylan Millard, a 5'10 sophomore, number 11, Taylor Coggins, a 6-foot senior, number 13, Justin Winchester, a 6'1 sophomore, and a number 24, Ryan Majewski. Got to circle probably Austin Zom, the 6'1 senior. That makes the most logical sense at number 30. Forgot to circle him on the thing. My apologies. Of course, now for Eric Stallman's 9-3 Christopher Bearcats. They'll start number 3, a 6'1 senior, Jacob Towers. Number 5, a 5'9 sophomore, Hunter Wheeler. Number 13, a 6'3 junior, Luke Sager. And a 6'2 sophomore, number 23, Josh Coloni. And a 6'3 senior, number 30, Ethan Connor. Those are your starting lineups tonight for the Christopher Bearcats and the Waltonville Spartans. Brought to you by the Batters Box in Woodlawn, a great space for ball practice or parties, equipped with a half basketball court, full-length batting cage, and a pitching machine. Climate control for year-round use. Give Scott Smith a call at 316-1437. While Waltonville cheerleaders are going through their floor routine, we'll go through a few scores here. The Sandoval Girls Tournament today, that wrapped up with some teams we cover. Consolation Championship went to Ramsey, 60-52 over Weber Township. Sandoval beat Chrysler Rock Lutheran for third place, 47-29. And the modern-day freshmen win the tournament, beating Woodlawn 56-49. That was the finals. Girls scores down the road at Carterville. Hamco over Murphy, 55-30. Carterville over Steelville, 61-24. And Benton gets 2 wins today, 63-48 over Johnson City and 55-42 over ZRC. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens. Give him a call, 242-3770. Both teams being introduced. Waltonville will be the visitors here, and Christopher the home team. And they got everything rolling here tonight, but they forgot to tell the crowd to come down. Well, I think that's the thing, and I'm not sure how much promotion was put into the new date, nor how many people would have shown up back on December the 7th, or 6th, 7th. Not a very good crowd in here. I mean, it's like one of the worst sessions of the Carbondale Holiday Tournament. The other thing, too, is when they rescheduled this, Heron was supposed to be at Woodlawn tonight. They scheduled it for tonight, didn't tell Heron. Heron had to buck the Woodlawn game up last week, and then here we are. Heron played in the second game. Here we are. Woodlawn, of course, had to shake their schedule around, reschedule the Modern Day game for tonight with a 6:15 JV start. So kind of a nightmare scenario. They did the best they could. The Southern Illinois University did. And, of course, very appreciative of Andy Pettit. Staff, no, not that Andy Pettit, but the Christopher native Andy Pettit and staff for getting us down here and showing us very hospitable treatment. Waltonville being their road reds, trimmed in white and blue, while Christopher being their home whites, trimmed in orange and blue. Larry Knowles from Mount Vernon, Eric Saunders from Pinckneyville, and Jeff Petchel from Hamilton County as the tip is controlled by the Christopher Bearcats. Wheeler to Towers on the right wing, top key Sager, left wing in front of us is Wheeler. Back Wheeler to Sager, and now swinging around the perimeter. Waltonville in his zone. Backdoor cutter, Coloni up and in. Actually, Sager has got the layup, 2-0. Christopher on top on the back door. Just underway as we sit courtside. You'll hear some coaches, you'll hear some referees, you'll hear some noises. Left side, Coggins off the ball screen. Now goes left corner to Winchester. He had 7 threes last week against Dietrich. He goes left baseline, cut off to Zom. Zom has to pick it up to Coggins. Now top the key, Dylan Miller to Winchester. Under 7.5 to go in the first. Majewski on the left wing. Now right tip, ball tip. Towers on the steal. Towers comes coast to coast the other way. Layup good, 4-0. Christopher on top. Hot start for the Bearcats. Nice ball movement, of course, in the first possession. Got the easy layup off the left block, then the turnover into 2 points there. We're being corrected. Jeff Petchel from Hamilton County, a.k.a. McLeansboro, a.k.a. Fox's plan. Miller on the left wing, the Winchester top of the key. Over on the right side, turnover. Waltonville will go the other way. Community First Bank, make your own great play when you open the Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one, member FDIC. Waltonville down 4-0. Christopher with a basketball. Wheeler across the timeline, dribbles to the right side. Now on the left wing. Sager holds, now back to Wheeler, top of the key, thought about the three, now goes left wing to Coloni. Spin move, left block, shot short, off the front of the iron. Towers battle, tipped around, Tom has it for the Spartans. Winchester will bring it up. He calls for Dylan Miller to come take the ball. And Miller will bring it across the timeline. Dribble handoff Winchester, pass Coggins left wing. 3 on the way, up good. Hunter Coggins, actually Taylor Coggins. No, who we got? Hunter Coggins knocks down the 3. Wrong Coggins in the game. And it's a 4-3 Christopher Lee. Top of the key, Towers had 24 at Goreville last night in that conference loss to Sager on the left baseline, and that's a charge.
Sager dipped the shoulder. His first team first will go the other way. Luke Rowley with Rowley's Excavating and Concrete Finishing for your sidewalks or driveways. They specialize in commercial and residential concrete work for the busy business and homeowner. Give them a call, 237-0552. 6 minutes to go in the first. Waltonville with trails 4-3. Coggins across the right side to Winchester. Double team near the timeline. They're trapping. Goes to Coggins. Trapped again near the timeline. Waltonville battling near that line. Winchester in the corner to Majewski. He's trapped in the corner. Majewski throws to the lane, stolen away by Towers. Towers comes the other way with Wheeler, 2-on-2. Wheeler to the rim, right-hand layup, left side is good. Hunter Wheeler scores, and it's a 6-3 Christopher Lee.
For 6 points off the turnovers tonight for the Bearcats. Good start.
Good start for Christopher, and there's a foul. Too much botting. They're trapping the first pass off the sideline. That's a foul on Towers, his first team second. Chris and I will pick the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one's over. Wide hours and other emergency rooms when they will see you with a position within 30 minutes of your arrival. Dylan Miller off the side, out of bounds, across the way. Barry Henson was in the house for Carbondale and Jackson. Haven't seen him since. Coggins between the circles. Right wing Winchester. 3 on the way. Good. Justin Winchester knocks down a 3, and it's tied at 6.
That's a good look from Winchester. Deep right wing, and of course, good to see the Spartans nor the Bearcats thus far confused by the 2 3-point lines on the floor.
Yep, we'll talk about that later. And Hunter Wheeler threw one across, was expecting, we believe, number 30, Connor, to come across the lane, and Ethan didn't quite get there. And now there's all discussion right here about the coach's box. Coach's box. Brian Gamber's got to get in the coach's box. It's okay. We'll keep you in there. Don't you worry. Miller with it to Coggins, Winchester. Back to Miller on the left wing. Miller gets ball kicked. They'll reset. If the shot clock was turned on here, they'd reset it. 4:42 to go in the first quarter. Waltonville and Christopher tied at 6. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We just put some new pictures and content up there. We're keeping you up to date with scores around Southern Illinois as well. Dylan Miller will bring it across the timeline after the inbounds on the right side. In the corner to Majewski. Majewski goes left wing. Now 3 on the way from Winchester. Good.
College three.
Man, he was behind the big boy line here, and it's 9-6. Waltonville on top of some hot shooting early on.
Well, similar hot shooting as they had against Dietrich last week in the shootout. Hoping it continues throughout the 4 quarters today. If so, Spartans have a big win on their hands. They have a lot to do, and they played well thus far. They need to limit their turnovers the rest of the way, but other than that, they played very well.
EIU quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo was named the offensive MVP of the East-West Shriners game. We're finding that on Twitter at WMIXSports.com, or at WMIX Sports. Towers misses the inbound shot. Som has the rebound to Winchester. 4 minutes to go in the first as Justin brings it across the timeline. Left wing to Dylan Miller. Christopher man-to-man. Miller to Majewski in the corner to Winchester. Off a couple of dribbles. Now 3. Make that 4. Goes left wing to Miller. Miller fakes the dribble handoff. Gets to the lane. Corner to Coggins. 17-footer up. No good. Rebound. Weak side goes to Coloni. Coloni will get it to Wheeler. He'll bring it up the floor. The sophomore looks left. Throws left. Sager has it. Gets it back. Goes up, shot glass too strong, tipped around. Miller has the board for the Spartans. Miller will bring it across the timeline. Miller goes top of the key to Winchester. Winchester has it. Now Coggins on the ball screen, stolen away, ball to the floor. Majewski recovers. Now they'll throw it around. Miller has it top of the key. Coggins with it. Looks 2 dribbles, now picks it up. Coggins looks to Miller, top of the key with 3:20 to go in the first. Waltonville leads 9-6. Winchester's on play pick and roll. Zom to the rim, lost it. Now has it, stolen. Jump ball tie up between Wheeler and Zom, and it'll be Waltonville basketball.
4 turnovers thus far for the Spartans, but give the Spartans a lot of credit. When they're not turning the ball over, they're shooting very well, but same difference. Christopher's been able to take advantage of every Waltonville turnover thus far. 6 points off the turnover.
Inbounds Winchester. They caught Christopher sleeping, and they couldn't make the shot. Majewski with the rebound, hustles to save it, and Miller gets it back in, much to the delight of the Waltonville faithful across the way. Coggins inside to Zom on the block. Double team back to Coggins. 3, top of the key. Up good. Coggins with another 3, and it's a 12-6 Waltonville lead. Towers across the timeline to Wheeler. In the left corner in front of us to Coloni. That is Wheeler. 3, shot, no good. Rebound, Miller. Miller will bring it up with 2:40 to go in the first. Waltonville leads 12-6 as Miller hands off to Winchester. Winchester looks from that deep top of the key. Now right wing to Miller. Miller will hold. and looks. Miller looks left elbow to Majewski. 2 dribbles, now stops. Looking for a friend, gets to Coggins. Coggins with it, will bring it back to the middle of the floor with 2:20 to go in the first. Miller dribble handoff Winchester, now left wing to Coggins. He's going to try another one. No good, front of the iron. Rebound goes to Sager. Sager gives off to Towers. He'll bring it into the front court. Towers gives off. Left lane Connor up and good. Ethan Connor makes his first points. He follows us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 12-8, Spartans by 4.
Believe it or not, that actually stops a bit of the Bearcats leading. They were on a 9-0 run for the Spartans up until that point.
Miller to Winchester on the left side. Winchester back to Coggins. Waltonville maybe looking to take the air out of the ball here and get the final shot. They run Winchester off the screen to the left. Now left baseline picks it up. Back out to Majewski on the left wing. To Miller, right wing. Picked up by Sager. His triple team now to Coggins to Winchester. They left him open. Bang. Justin Winchester's in his zone. He's got 3 threes to start the quarter. It's 15-8 Waltonville.
Well, the entire Waltonville offense thus far comprised of 3-pointers, and right now they are 5-6.
Waltonville, 5 3-pointers, 15-8. Christopher with the basketball. Coloni gets in the lane. Shot short in front of the iron. Did too much. Winchester on the rebound. That was a great play. Make your own great play when you open Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. As Miller comes into the front court to Zom. Under a minute to go, Waltonville leads 15-8. Winchester on the left wing, deep out. How much gas in the tank will Christopher have after a long, tough one at Coverville last night? That's the question here in this late afternoon, early evening game. Miller with it on the wing. Miller comes to the right to Zom with 43 seconds. Zom to Winchester. They play around the deep perimeter up the top. They're just dribbling around, doing the weave. Coggins has it on the right wing. Coggins with it, comes back to this side to Miller. Miller has it, surveying the defense. Miller holds and looks and gets over to the right side to Zom. Zom with it, ball screen to the middle of the floor. Looks now to Miller with 19 seconds. Waltonville going to run this baby down to the last second, hopefully get a good look. Miller dribbles to the left. Man-to-man, Christopher. Brian Gamber in front of us calls the play. To Winchester. Winchester goes left wing to Coggins with 5. Coggins to the lane with 2. To Miller on the right side. Free throw lane. Shot up at the horn. No good, and a foul. Dylan Miller drew the foul on Hunter Wheeler, getting him in the air on the shot fake. Hunter Wheeler picks up his first team's third, and Dylan Miller will shoot 2.
What a brilliant move by Miller. Realized the time on the clock. Leaned in to get the foul, knowing he didn't really have a great look at the basket. Now gets a chance for 2 points to extend this Waltonville lead.
Great shot fake here. Waltonville right now gets a free throw. Miller makes another one. Waltonville has all 3-pointers and 1 point from the free throw line. Go figure. It's a crazy game of basketball. Second free throw, no good. And at the end of 1, Waltonville 16, Christopher 8. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Mount Vernon is home to many wonderful people and things, and that includes quality cardiac care from Dr. Ruzaik Ibrahim. A skilled cardiologist, Dr. Ibrahim's training and scientific accomplishments have earned his designation as a Fellow of the American College of Cardiology. His services range from preventative care to the treatment of advanced heart conditions. For an appointment with Dr. Ibrahim at Crossroads Specialty Clinic, call 241-9071 or visit in person at 4113 South Water Tower, Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Community First Bank, title sponsor of high school sports on WMIX. If you're tired of big corporate bank, you have a choice in Jefferson County, Community First Bank at home. And Dick Stein of Mount Vernon and Woodlawn. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside. Start of the second quarter here at the SIU Arena. Christopher with the ball, but they trail 16-8. Towers to Wheeler on the right wing. Top of the key, shot from 17 from Coloni off the mark. Mr. Austin's on with a great job of boxing out, and Waltonville goes the other way. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Winchester off the left side. He had 3 threes in the first quarter. He gives it to Coggins, stolen away. Tip, Coggins steals it back. Coggins to Miller on that top of the key. As Miller looks. Miller looks on the left side. Can't check you in, Bon. I can't do it, man. You got to go down the other way. Here he comes back. He misses us. Puts it on the left wing is Majewski. Gets it to Coggins down the lane. Blocking foul. And Coggins will go line to shoot, too. And a very aggressive Waltonville team early on, doing a very good job getting to the rim.
Well, it's almost as if it looks like the Bearcats might have taken the Spartans' record, taken advantage of the 4-9 mark coming in. Spartans playing very well to start. Of course, they limited their turnovers to the back part of the first quarter. Hot from three-point land. Finished, I believe, 55.5% for the field there in the first quarter. They'll take that.
Coggins free throw is good. Sub in as Majewski goes out. Anna comes in for him. And both free throws were made. That was nice and pretty. Ooh, that was even better, too. Both free throws made by Coggins. And it's 18-8. Waltonville on top by 10 after Christopher jumped on him early. Towers to the rim. He's fouled. And, boy, if you have seen Jake Towers play the last 4 years, you know that's his game. He likes to get in there, played football, tough and rumble body, as Dalton Bonner picks up his first. And that is the second on the Spartans.
Well, the Bearcats struggling from the field there in the first quarter. I thought they gave him a shot.
I thought he was shooting. Christopher inbound. Wheeler in the Towers in the right corner. Sager, 15-footer free throw line, rolls off the iron. No good. Towers had it, lost it. Bonner gets in there. Freshman is scared of nothing. Since night one this year, he's played varsity. He's not been scared of anything. Miller across the timeline around Wheeler. Kicks it right corner. Winchester dribbles to the top of the key. Winchester to Coggins on the left wing. Coggins back on the right side to Miller. Miller goes to Bonner. Now over to Winchester. With it back to the right side. Miller has it. Miller with it. Goes right side. That's to Coggins. Shot fake gets to the left block. Shot block Coloni. Sager gets the block shot. Coloni gets the rebound. And Wheeler comes the other way on the left wing. Wheeler to the lane. Shot short. Off the iron. Trickles off the backside. Rebound Winchester. Waltonville is doing a good job of rebounding, getting in there, even though they're a smaller team.
Now rebounding 9-3 right now.
Winchester across the timeline with 6-10. To the left to Miller. Miller gets a ball screen, pick and roll, nothing there. Goes to Bonner. Now they'll look. One dribble back to Miller to Winchester. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Waltonville leads by 10. Coggins to Bonner, top of the key, right side. Miller in the right corner to Winchester. Winchester to Coggins, top of the key to Winchester. Winchester will dribble and look over the defense. Winchester goes left wing to Miller. Dribble handoff down the lane. Here comes Miller on the shot glass. No good. Tipped out. Rebound goes to Christopher. That's Connor with it. Towers to Wheeler across the timeline. Now that's to Coloni. To Wheeler in the right corner to Sager. Sager back to Wheeler, top of the key against the Waltonville zone. Three on the way from Towers in front of us is good. Jake Towers has his fifth point. First points for Christopher in the quarter, and it's 18-11, Waltonville on top.
Well, trims it to 7. Towers just kind of had a good look there at a running 3, as I'll call it here. And Christopher doing what they can to get back into this, but just having 3 points for the first 3 minutes of the second quarter is not the way to get it done.
There's a 3 from Winchester. Good. Wow. He's got 4 threes. He's had 11 threes when WMIX has been in the building in the last week. Go figure. Across the timeline, timeout Eric Stallman, 4:58 to go in the first half. Don't forget about Saturday Sports Show. It was on this morning. It'll be on every Saturday, 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 940 and online at WMIXsports.com. Talk, guests, and that WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Also, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Give us a like while you're there. We'll have some new content up already and later on. Now, Chris, Waltonville shot lights out. They have 6 threes. 4 of them from Justin Winchester. Very similar start they had last week to Dietrich. They're going to have to keep it up.
Well, they are. And, of course, you don't want to live and die by the 3, but I'll tell you what, 6 or 7 right now from beyond the arc, shooting very well. A lot better outside than in. They're going to have to start to create some opportunities inside. And if they don't, if they start to lose that luster from three-point land, it could be a long night. But thus far, playing very well up 10. And have to have a bit of confidence right now.
Up 10, Community First Bank, your choice, your community, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff to understand your needs. They keep it simple. Welcome back to Personal Bank. Towers off the inbound to the elbow. Wheeler for a left corner 3 ball in the way. Good. Hunter Wheeler knocks down the 3. He has 5, and it's 21-14. Waltonville by 7.
So far, every 3 in the quarter has been answered.
Across the timeline, Miller goes to the left, man-to-man from the Bearcats. Now back to the middle of the floor to Coggins on the right wing. Did travel with the basketball. Good call by the official. WMIXSports.com, your home for streaming of high school sports on WMIX. We also have archives of both games. We do in audio and video highlights. And, of course, every night the high school sports season from August to June is a scoreboard that we put on every night. On the right wing is Coloni, one dribble top the key Towers. Towers comes to the left. Winchester, he dives into Miller, and that'll be a blocking foul on Miller, his first, team's third, and that'll be out of bounds to Christopher. Wheeler will trigger underneath their own basket. Waltonville leads 21-14. Wheeler holds above his head, looks. Majewski's going to come in, now top of the key. Left wing Sager from Coloni. Connor now to Wheeler as he'll dribble out. He'll start to the offense. Wheeler with it against the zone from Waltonville. Now it's more of a man as they drop down underneath. They're pinching underneath. Left corner Sager, 17-footer from the side is good. Luke Sager has 5 points. He's the third Bearcat with 5 points. It's 21-16 Waltonville.
That's just an old-school mid-range jumper along the baseline. Hands in the face, shot up and over, and got an easy 2 points. And now the Bearcats in striking distance, cutting that deficit in half on a 5-0 run.
Tough shot there made by Mr. Coloni. Waltonville with a basketball. Winchester, right side to Dylan Miller. As he will dribble a couple times, goes to Coggins, down to corner Winchester. Got away with the travel, gets to the rim, shot, and a charge. He got away with the first shuffle, and that's his second foul, and that's trouble for Brian Gamber as Winchester's down on the ground and not getting up. Now he's kind of coming to his feet, hit pretty hard, but he'll be all right. He will be fine. Chris and I will pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one's over. Flyweight hours and other emergency rooms, and they promise they'll see you within 30 minutes of your arrival.
Despite the foul he thought was against Dylan Miller, was actually against Winchester, so he has 3 now.
Wow. See, now I moved and went to Miller a while ago. What do I know? Well, Winchester out with 3 fouls, but he has 12 points. Problem is, he's got to sit the next 3:20. Christopher down 5 with the ball. Right corner Towers has it. Top of the key, Sager, left wing to Wheeler. Wheeler spins baseline, got double teamed. Now goes on to Connor. Now in the lane, Sager, shot glass good. Sager could be a guy that could get a lot of points for Eric Stallman lane tonight at 21-18.
They're going to need every bit of them. Down 3 now on a 7-0 run, and they're doing a great job of getting it inside. And if something's not there, they're not forcing. I think that's the key right now.
Winchester to Bonner. Down the lane he comes. Oh, what a move. Didn't fall. Rebound goes to Majewski. He'll put it up, shot short. Waltonville gets the rebound. Sager, Christopher gets the rebound. Sager to Towers. Down the lane he comes out of control, and Bono will get the foul. And that's his second. So he has 2. Winchester has 3, and you have all 5 fouls. That was on the floor. Every time I think somebody's shooting, they go to the floor. What do I know?
Well, apparently we know
the rules.
Could be.
Towers in the right corner from Wheeler. He'll go to the free throw line. Shot tough over defenders. There's Zom with another rebound. Zom gets it to Miller, and he'll come up with 2:30 to go in the first half. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. As Zom to the rim on the jump hook. No good. Sager on the rebound to Connor Wheeler. Or I shouldn't say Connor Wheeler. That's Connor Wheeler. Connor's out of eligibility at this level. On the right side, Sager in the corner, Towers, and what do we got away from the ball? Connor went to the floor, and I think Zom's going to be the guy that kind of gave him help to get there. That's who it is. It's on Zom, his first team 6. And it'll be under the basket out of bounds for the Bearcats. Wheeler inbounded to Towers, to Wheeler to Sager, now in the left corner. Coloni. Back to Wheeler to Towers with 2:10 to go. Sager has it in the right corner. Wheeler top of the key. 3 from behind the big boy line is good. Hunter Wheeler with another 3. 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game, and the Bearcats have tied it up 21-all with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, those are bookend threes for Wheeler. Started the run. Now he's kept the run going to the point to where they're tied at 21. Just what a clutch shot that was.
Top of the key. Nobody home. Nobody around him. Shot like he was an open gym. Zom holds it on the wing. He's wanting Connor to come out and get him, and he does. Now Zom will dribble Coggins on the right side. Coggins back between the circles. Backdoor cutter Bonnet's going to get to the rim. And he will get a shot blocked, but he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. As that foul, I believe, was on Josh Coloni, and it is, and that'll be his first, team's 5th.
Well, these are some needed, necessary points now for the Spartans. The free throw line. 10-0 run for the Bearcats, tied it at 21. Need to stop the bleeding somehow. This may be the way to do it.
First free throw is up and short. He'll get another. His halftime show will be brought to you by Rend Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. He'll get another. shooting into the wide-open expanse here at the arena and makes the second. He has his first points of the game. And it is 22-21. Waltonville by 1 with 90 seconds to go in the first half. Sager has it on the right side. Now dribbles to the free throw line. Shot from 15. Rolls off the iron. No good. Zom tips to Miller. Waltonville with the lead in the ball with 1:15 to go in the first half. Miller between the circles on the dribble. Still dribbling with Wheeler guarding him. Miller comes to the left to Zom near the timeline. Now near the center circle. Right side pass to Coggins. Coggins comes to the right, to the left. Now back to Zom on the right wing, deep side. Zom with it. Now goes right side to Miller. Miller off a ball screen, dribbles to the top of the key as we go under a minute. Miller to Zom. They're playing the weave out front. Bonner gets it on the left wing. Couple of dribbles, 3-4. Goes to the left, down the lane, kicks in the corner. Coggins. Long three on the way. Coggins rattles out. Rebound goes to Connor. Towers runs the other way, throws ahead to Coloni. It's over his hands, out of bounds. Christopher rushing a little bit there. Eric Stallman down the way, dapperly dressed. Really nice little outfit he got.
I'm not sure if that's a pink or more of a lavender.
Maybe fuchsia?
A darker lavender. I don't know if that's fuchsia.
Waltonville scorekeeper laughing at us if we're talking about colors and decor. Miller with it across the timeline with 30 seconds to Zom. Zom with it goes to Coggins with 23 seconds left. Waltonville trying to take the lead in the halftime. Coggins on the dribble, counts on to Zom. Now he'll come to the middle of the floor near the center circle. Double team coming, gets to Miller. Miller with it. Holds with 12 seconds. Now with 10. Brian Gamber yells out, says 14, go. Here comes Miller, tries to get around Wheeler and does to the rim with 5. Down the lane, charge. Yep. Miller picks up his first. That'll be the 7th on Waltonville. No free throws to the player control. And Christopher has to go the length of the floor with 3.6 seconds left. Towers triggers to Wheeler. Wheeler up to the timeline with 1. Brian Kern from 92 from Ryer, no good. As Kern made his 22 years ago, Wheeler left his short. Into the first half. Waltonville 22, Christopher 21. Stay tuned for the Red Lake College Halftime Show. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans Basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
The F-Series truck remains America's best-selling truck for the 37th straight year and the country's best-selling vehicle for 32 consecutive years. Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Ford dealers sold 763,402 F-Series trucks last year. We had a great F-Series year at Ford Square, but we want to make 2014 even better. At work or play, Ford F-Series rises above. Year after year, 4 advanced engines, 3 cabs, and 3 box lanes. No wonder F-Series is number 1. We have an excellent inventory of F-Series at Ford Square and have many more coming in. If you're looking for a full-size truck, come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest. You can also find all of our inventory, new or pre-owned, at fordsquare.com.
Is your concrete driveway or maybe your sidewalk cracked, unsightly, or even non-existent? Let Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing in Woodlawn be a part of your home or business renovation in the new year. A true family-owned and operated local business, Rowley's Excavating specializes in dirt excavation and hauling, residential and commercial concrete jobs too. There's nothing these guys can't do. Get a free quote by calling Luke Rowley at 237-0552. That's 237-0552. Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing. They get dirty so you don't have to. Call Luke today.
There's still time to save during the cleanup sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Get an extra 15 to 20% off your favorite furniture from Lazy Boy, Flexsteel, Sealy Posturepedic Bedding, Broyhill, Universal, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Clean up on savings at Newell's General Store with 75% off all remaining holiday, 50% off all Jim Shore collection, lotions, scarves, purses, plus 15 to 25% off everything else. Newell's, cleaning up to save you more.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
Rinley College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Rinley College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Rinley College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Ren Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
Halftime at the SIU Arena. The Waltonville Spartans lead the Christopher Bearcats by a score of 22-21. Welcoming you back into the Ren Lake College Halftime Show. They can save you thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. New content going up on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. And we'll give you a quick scoreboard update before we go to break and come back. Here are the first two games of the Saluki Shootout today. Carbondale beat Jackson, Missouri, 63-61. And Mascoutah beat Heron, 49-38. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. It's complex, that insurance it is. Make it simple, friendly advice when you need it. Choosing right level protection, all the discounts you should. Give them a call, 242-3770 to get to a better state. We'll take a break and come back with the scoring and stats of this first half. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans Basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
There's still time to save during the cleanup sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Get an extra 15 to 20% off your favorite furniture from Lazy Boy, Flexsteel, Sealy Posturepedic Bedding, Broyhill, Universal, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Clean up on savings at Newell's General Store with 75% off all remaining holiday, 50% off all Jim Shore collection, lotions, scarves, purses, plus 15 to 25% off everything else. Newell's, cleaning up to save you more.
This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Community First Bank, title sponsor of high school sports on WMIX, your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Denny Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside at the SIU Arena. Waltonville leads Christopher 22-21. And I'll turn over to Mr. Hugo for the scoring and stats of this first half.
Well, in the first half, I find it interesting. The Spartans inside were 0 of 10. That's from 2-point range, but they were 6 of 8 outside for 75%. They were 6 of 18 from the floor for 33.3%. Team shooting for the Bearcats, they were 6 of 16 inside for 37.5%. 3 of 4 outside. They were perfect in the second quarter for 75%. 9 of 20 from the floor for 45%. Free throw shooting, the Spartans were 4 of 6 for 66.7%. No free throws for the Bearcats. Spartans out-rebounded Christopher 11 to 6, while the turnover disadvantage belongs to Spartans 6 to 4. For the Bearcats, they were led by Hunter Wheeler with 10 points, 6 points from Luke Sager, 5 for Jacob Towers, and 2 from Ethan Connor. While the Spartans have a game-high 12 from Justin Winchester, 8 from Hunter Coggins, and 1 point apiece from Dylan Miller and Dalton Bonner. I guess it's our halftime score of the Waltonville Spartans, 22. Christopher Bearcats, 21.
Waltonville leads 22-21. You've been listening to the Ren Lake College Halftime Show. Ren Lake College offers over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you. Go to rlc.edu. Apply online while you're there. We'll take a break and come back for the second half. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans Basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
The health of your kidneys has a big impact on your overall health, affecting everything from your blood pressure to your bones. And if you ever have a kidney problem, Dr. Kangura is here to help. Dr. Kangura trained at the Mayo Clinic and specializes in conditions ranging from kidney stones and uncontrolled high blood pressure to chronic kidney disease. Dr. Kangura sees patients at Crossroads Specialty Clinic. For an appointment, call 618-241-9071.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Nina Rightnour, relationship banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account from People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Halftime at the arena. Waltonville leads Christopher 22-21. Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside as we welcome you into the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Spur and Keene City Chrysler. And Waltonville shot very well the first half. Got behind early, fought back, got the lead, hung on to it late second quarter to get to this 22-21 lead. But if you're Brian Gamber, the Spartans are not out yet for halftime. Got to shore up some defense, but boy, you got to like the rebounding and the shooting right now for Waltonville.
Well, I think you do, and of course you have to like trying to get Justin Winchester back in. He has 3 fouls, but pretty well paced the offense. He was perfect from the field, 4 of 4 from beyond three-point land, and right now, that was the key cog in the offense. He sits, they go on a 10-0 run, tied at 21, but then you get a free throw, of course, from Bana to get your lead back at 22-21. So right now, what the Spartans have to do in the second half is just try to keep Winchester out of foul trouble. He's going to be a key component to that offense, but at the same time, you've got to find a bucket inside. Three-point land, you can't live by it all night. You're 0-10 inside, you got to make something happen inside, and I think right now, if they can find a 2-point shot or something to the post and make something happen down there, they're going to be okay. But right now, you have to be cognizant of that fact and just hope that you're able to fix that in the second half. And
I don't think anybody told Waltonville how much time was left. I can tell they didn't just by the look. Didn't get out and give Waltonville a chance to warm up. Nobody came and got them, and unfortunately, that's the problem with shootouts. You got to have everybody doing their job. And Waltonville loses out on that deal. That's for certain. Twitter, we're going to put new content up as far as stats and scoring of this one. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Also, WMIXsports.com, your streaming home for high school sports. We have archives, both audio and video, with some highlights. We also have a scoreboard that posts every night from August to June, every day of the high school sports season. Starters for both teams, it looks like. And Waltonville will start the second half with a basketball. Christopher will open up man-to-man as Miller comes across the timeline. Dribble handoff to Coggins on the right side. Coggins with it as we welcome in Johnson City head coach Wade Thomas and Benton head coach Ron Weimiller listening in on their way to who knows where. They're over by Carlisle going around as that ball tipped around, stolen away by Towers. Towers comes across the timeline, down the lane, 1-on-2, layup good. That's Jake Towers in a nutshell. He has 7, and Christopher back on top by 1, 23-22.
It's a quiet 7, but you'll take that from your leader. Just been all over the place, making things happen, grabbing rebounds, and of course, we need some offense going. First points of the half, he now has 7 on the night.
Miller to Winchester, back to Miller on the right wing, looks for a screen, doesn't get it. Miller with it, now goes left side to Coggins. Coggins picked up by Sager, now goes top of the key to Winchester, right side to Miller on the wing behind the three-point line. Miller comes down the lane around Wheeler, gets pocket picked, no foul called. And Waltonville trees are inbounds underneath their own basket. Eric Owens, hello to you too. Irvington as well. Everybody's texting, now my phone's going to blow up. With it in the corner is Zom. Zom hands off to Miller for a three-corner. Long off the mark. Rebound goes to Coloni. House to Wheeler, and Hunter will bring it into the front court. Left wing to Ethan Connor. Connor inside pass. Sager blocks Zom. Rebound Majewski. Majewski to Winchester. He brings it across the timeline on the dribble. 6:45 to go in the third. Christopher leads 23-22. Miller on the right side. Comes back to the middle of the floor. Now says, I'll back off and look over and throw it to Coggins, deep right wing. Coggins to Winchester, cutting to the corner. Now back to the free throw line to Coggins. On the dribble, and he thought about it. Now throws it to me. I got it. Nope. Hit the board. Out of bounds. He zigged instead of zagged. Turnover to Waltonville.
Second turnover of the half, 8 on the game.
W Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940. Also online at WMIXsports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. Good show today. It's archived at WMIXsports.com. With it on the right wing is Coloni. Top of the key. Towers gets around his man. Gets down the lane on a jump stop. Shot blocked by Zom. Gets his own board. Puts it up. Blocked by Majewski. Tipped out to the top of the key to Sager to Wheeler. On the dribble, Hunter comes down the lane and threw it to nobody in particular. Ooh. Did he not throw it off? Yeah, okay. Anyway, it'll be Christopher Ball, as that ball definitely was supposed to be off. Yeah, that was a miss. From our angle, we could see it. Sager for a three off the inbound, top of the key short, and Mr. Zom has another rebound. He's gotten everything that's come off that rim here, it seems like, for Waltonville tonight. Winchester will bring it across the timeline to Miller. Man-to-man, Christopher. Miller passes right side to Zom. Now to Majewski, top of the key. Right wing pass to Coggins by the three-point line. Now dribbles and has it stolen away by Sager, and Towers will run the other way. Towers in full bore speed down to the right block. Shot glass good. Jake Towers has all 4 points. Timeout. Brian Gamber with 5:28 to go here in the third quarter. Right now it's Jake Towers taking over, pushing the ball down the floor.
Well, it's the first 4 points of the half, but if history is any indicator, this is how the first quarter started for the Spartans. 3 early turnovers. Then at times, then they're able to basically shape up and limit those the rest of the way. So maybe this is where a run starts out of a timeout. Brian Gamber talking with the crew right now very emphatically, trying to make a point. And
right in front of us.
Exactly. And, of course, the thing to note is no inside success. And, you've lived by the 3 thus far, but like they always say, live by the 3, die by the 3. I know we've said that multiple times already tonight. But Christopher's been able to get inside. The Bearcats have done a great job, especially Towers here in the second half. He's been able to create his opportunities. If you can create your opportunities, there's a defensive letdown down there as well. So things that they're going to have to clean up, and I know that in that huddle right there, those are going to be cleaned up.
Luke Rowley with Rowley's Excavating, Seam, Fan Finishing can provide land clearing, grading, and other excavating service. Give him a call at 237-0552 for a list of services. Winchester goes left wing to Coggins right in front of us. We sit here on the floor of the arena. Winchester inside pass to Zom on the block, gets to the rim, loses it, stolen away by Sager. Another steal for him, and he gets it to Wheeler. Wheeler up the middle of the floor, throws it, ball tipped by Winchester, throws it back in, so recovered by nobody, and there's some issues as Miller gets the steal. Miller with Zom, handoff Zom, right block, blocked out of bounds by Sager. And we got some looks, and we got some stares, and we got some attaboys. The things got a little frisky, as that's the first foul on, or second foul on Sager. First on Christopher of the half, and Zom will go to the line to shoot 2.
I understand the message that was trying to be sent, but unfortunately the message is not received loud and clear when the most damage is done to your teammates, not the opposition. Got a little aggressive. It was out of frustration, of course, trying to protect his teammate from the opposite of the floor, but it ended up being actually Connor that took the brunt of that force.
Well, that's one of those that Zom makes 1 out of 2. Rebound goes to Christopher. That is Dustin Hammonds. We'll tell a story about Dustin here in a second. Wheeler down the lane, kicks it out top of the key to Connor. Connor left corner to Sager. Sager back to Connor, and they got a little hand-to-hand combat underneath between Winchester and Towers. Now top of the key to Connor. Over on the right side to Sager underneath, and that is Towers. Back to Sager, right wing, top of the key, Connor. Wheeler in the corner to Hammonds. Hammonds back to Wheeler, over the top of the key to Connor. Right side, Sager against the Waltonville defense. Man-to-man, but very stacked in the middle. They've got everything bent down in the lane right now defensively in this sagging man. Towers for a 3 front of the iron. No good. Rebound to Connor underneath. Jump hook, glass good. Ethan Connor scores. He has 4. 27-23. Christopher on top by 4. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miller will bring it across the timeline for the Spartans. Comes to the right. Right wing to Zom. Backdoor pass to Miller. Layup good. Or that's Majewski, actually. Majewski set the screen, got between me and the referee on the floor. You can't see much here. With it, Wheeler will bring it to the front court. 27-25. Waltonville down 2. Connor with it on the right wing. Holds, and now skip pass left side to Wheeler. Wheeler holds at the waist, triple threat inside the Towers. Double team, now top of the key to Connor. Over the Wheeler, and now in the corner to Hammond. Hammond's top of the key, Sager. Left elbow shot, no good. Rattles out, rebound to Winchester. Waltonville with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 as Winchester motors into the front court. Winchester right wing, down Zom, running one-hander, no good. The finger roll, Gervin style, no good. And what do we have? Ball tipped out of bounds on the other side of the backboard, and it'll be Christopher basketball. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Banks at home in Dixon and Mount Vernon and Woodlawn. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Wheeler across the timeline, right side to Sager. Sager to Towers, down the lane, glass good. On the curl at the elbow, catches it mid-range and gets to the rim. He has 6 1/4, 11 in the game.
Well, getting to the rim has been key, and, of course, give the Spartans some credit. Got their first inside bucket at the 3:49 mark, and more of that, if that comes, it's going to keep them in this game down 4 right now, but looking to try to run a play inside, it looks like, at the moment.
That is Majewski in the left wing. Corner Winchester, 3 on the way long. Miller had it, lost it, tipped out of bounds. Tom saved it, back into Winchester to Coggins. Right wing Miller. Miller into a cutting Winchester, and he's fouled. That'll be on Ethan Connor. We told you a story about Dustin Hammonds. He usually wears number 31, has to wear 21 tonight, was sitting in the locker room, and according to Eric Stallman, who came over and told us about the change, he had a trouble with drinking orange juice, and the bottle got on his jersey all the way over, so he had to change jerseys at the last moment.
Good thing they had the extra.
Well, yeah, that's the blood jersey. Don't know what happens next, though. Coggins inbounds to Miller at the free throw line to Winchester. Shot fake around Towers. That's been a good battle. Zom down the lane, left block, layup too strong. Rattles out. Majewski battles for it. Wheeler has it. That'll be a foul on Winchester, and that'll be his 4th. Winchester and Wheeler were going at it, and Winchester just picked up his 4th, right? Or 3rd?
4th. The contact came from Majewski. It did not come from Winchester. It was just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. Your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff understands your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Winchester will sit with 2:18 to go in the third, probably for a while. Left wing Nikolic to Wheeler. Over the right side, whistle away from the ball. That'll be a foul on Mr. Hammond. His first. He was doing a little squeezing of some Spartans there on the screen.
I think he wants to stay away from anything squeezed for a while.
Vitamin C. We'll pick Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one's over. Why wait hours in other emergency rooms when they promise to see you within 30 minutes of your arrival? Miller across the timeline, right wing Majewski. He'll launch a 3 long off the iron. Back to the rim. Rebound goes to Nikolic. Then lost it. Zom stole it away to Bonner. Great look underneath. Shot blocked. Coggins by Wheeler. Wheeler has the rebound. Gamber can't believe it. And here comes Towers. 3-on-2. Towers down the lane around Miller. That's a block. And that's a foul on Dylan Miller. Miller will pick up his 2nd. That's the 2nd on Waltonville, and that was a major collision in the lane. Wow. Towers going full speed. Miller tried to take the charge. Miller's walking it off back here, and Towers will be at the line to shoot 2. First one's up and in.
Towers just kind of dominated here in the third quarter, really taking the game on his shoulders right now.
Speaking of dominated, you can go to Twitter. We are on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Towers makes that 2nd. Man, he's got 8 1/4, 13 in the game at 31-25. Waltonville down 6 as Miller comes into the front court, guarded by Wheeler. Miller behind the back, out through the lake, left wing pass to Coggins. Coggins to the top of the key, right side to Majewski. He'll try another 3 on the way. Rattles out. Bonner again with a rebound in the trees. Shot up, no good. Rebound tipped up, no good from Majewski. Rebound goes to Hammond. It's a jump ball, and it'll be Christopher basketball. Boy, Waltonville's had some good looks last 2 or 3 trips down the floor. Can't get one to drop. 1:26 left in the third. Wheeler will bring it up. Christopher leads by 6.
Spartans just 1-11 right now from the field here in the third quarter.
Wheeler goes left side. That's to Nikolic. Back to Wheeler. Now he'll come down the lane. Spins now right side. Towers 3 on the way. Good. Wow. Jake Towers got the heat check going on. 34-25. Waltonville down by 9. Towers has 11 in the quarter.
He's doing it all right.
That'll be a push-off. Oh, yeah, here it comes. Miller led with the arm, and Wheeler did a good job of drawing the charge. The Towers and Wheeler show is hot and heavy here in this third quarter. Towers has 11. Brian Gamber talking with the official. While he does that, we'll tell you that you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Under a minute to go, Wheeler across the timeline. Wheeler to Towers. Holds above his head on the right wing against the Waltonville man. Towers top of the key. And that goes right side. Waltonville in a box and one now. They're trailing Towers with Bonnet. Free throw line jumper extended from Garrett Nikolic, and he has his first 2 points, and it's 36-25. Waltonville down 11. Miller will bring it up with 34 seconds as the game's kind of gotten away here in the last 2 minutes. Dribble handoff to Zom. Waltonville will go with the last shot of the quarter. They have the arrow to start the fourth. Bonner with it on the left wing. Comes back to the middle of the floor. Looks now to Bonner, or I should say to Miller. Miller on the dribble. Looks, backdoor cut to Coggins. Goes to the rim. Shot Sager. No good. The ball dropped down and dropped back out. Rattled out of the horn.
On a shot like that, you get the foul call, you get the shot off. It doesn't drop. It does everything but fall through the bottom of the net. It just tells you things are not going your way.
Not going well. But Waltonville has at the line. Coggins front rims the first one. No good. He'll get another with 14.2. The aforementioned Hammonds into the game for Sager. He'll get a break. WMIXsports.com, your streaming home for sports. Don't forget a scoreboard update for high school sports each and every night of the high school sports season from August till June. Coggins will get one more to try to cut the lead to 10 and does, makes that. He has 9 and it's 36-26 Spartans. Down by 10 with 14.2. Wheeler across the timeline. Left wing, left corner to Towers. Towers with it to the elbow. Here he comes down the lane. Curl shot good. You're going to let him go from left to right on the dribble. He's going to score more times than not. Wheeler stole it, but there's 2.1 seconds. He steps on the sideline. Waltonville have length of the floor to go with 2.1. Spartans down 12. If they get a last shot, if they don't, Chris Hugo will explode. Coggins into Zom. Zom will have to go from three-quarter court. Throws one up at the horn. No good. We're into three quarters. Christopher 38, Waltonville 26. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
There's still time to save during the cleanup sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Get an extra 15 to 20% off your favorite furniture from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Sealy Posturepedic Bedding, Broyhill, Universal, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Clean up on savings at Newell's General Store with 75% off all remaining holiday, 50% off all Jim Shore collection, lotions, scarves, purses, plus 15 to 25% off everything else. Newell's, cleaning up to save you more.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
3 quarters in the book here at SIU. Waltonville trails Christopher, 38-26. Danny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside. Waltonville has the ball to start the fourth quarter, down by those 12 points. Miller across the timeline on the dribble. Stops, top of the key, left wing pass to Coggins. Coggins will look on this left wing as Christopher goes to a tight man-to-man. Get pass around to Miller on the right side. Miller top of the key to Mayaski to Coggins. He'll come down the lane, looks on that side. Coggins to the rim, glass shot no good, tipped out, rebound. Goes to Coloni, to Wheeler. He runs the other way, one-on-one to the rim, shot no good. Rebound goes to Nikolic, shot blocked from behind by Zom, tipped around. Plink goes around, Vana and Nikolic battle fourth, jump ball, and it will go to Chris Sully, called foul. Really? All right. Nikolic picks up his first, fifth. I can't get a vibe underneath. I can't get a vibe underneath on these guys.
Got a little hairy, and as a result, it'll be a foul.
7:25 left to go in this one. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account. That earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. Miller with it across the timeline. Gets a screen from Zom. Now comes to the left. Sabana on the wing. He'll go baseline. Picks up the dribble to Mayaski. Top of the key. Miller. He'll launch a three from behind the college line. It's no good. Rebound goes to Hammonds to Towers. Up the left side to Sager. Down the lane. Shot glass. Charge. Mr. Zom takes a charge. Sager picks up his fourth, and that's sixth on Christopher of the half. Other games today, we already have two of them here at SIU. Carbondale beat Jackson, Missouri, 63-61. And Mascoutah beat Heron, 49-38. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give him a call to find out why he says State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Scott Owens is there.
Big difference here in the second half. Spartans are 0 of 5 for beyond the arc after going 75% the first half. Shooting just 1 of 13 right now for the floor.
Goggins has it on the left wing. Now goes right wing, and that'll be a block on Zom. Zom got knocked down by Towers, and Zom got called for the foul. Zom was set the screen. He got knocked down. I don't understand that one. But as Towers was chasing, he ran into Zom. Zom fell down. They called Zom on the block. Okay. 6:56 to go in this one. Waltonville trails 38-26. Towers will bring it across the timeline. Goes to the left elbow on the dribble. Now back to the right side of the floor. Gets to Waltonville man-to-man. Goes on the right wing. Now top of the key to Coloni. Inside pass to Hammond. Shot blocked from behind. Hammond will go to line to shoot 2. And that foul is on number 30, Mr. Zom, out of frustration, his third, team's fifth. Chris and I will pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Why wait hours and other emergency rooms when they promise you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. First free throw from the aforementioned Hammonds is up and in. Of course, we mentioned he changed numbers tonight because of an orange juice accident. I think it was Pope free. I don't think anybody will know that story time he gets back into his phone, will they? Second one's up and in. They'll be texting him, hey, I heard a story about you on the radio tonight. He won't have a clue. And we would even have found out if it wasn't for Eric Stallman. He made both. Squeezes out 2 more points for Christopher. It's 40-26. Miller at the free throw line for the Spartans. Right side to Coggins. No screen, comes to the left. Coggins with it on the dribble. Looks inside Zom. Ball tipped out. Miller has it. Took Zom down the lane. Shot blocked and a foul. That'll be on Coloni, his second. Team 7, Zom the line. And, Chris, if you're going to get back into this one, the clock stops, make some free throws.
Yeah, I mean, the Bearcats do themselves no favors right now, sending the Spartans to the line. They're up 14, but good chance for Waltonville to get back into it here. Zom, they need him to make both of these. He makes the first, but President Zom, I mean, Ed Falchel was making no bones about trying to get to the basket to try to help make something happen for this team offensively.
Both 1 out of 2 for Zom. Rebound goes to Bearcats. Here comes Towers up the other way. He's as fast as the Indy 500. Shot blocked by Miller that time. Rebound Winchester, who comes back in. Winchester gives it to Miller. Waltonville needs to go now, down by 13. Waltonville across the timeline. Winchester, the Coggins on the left wing, off a ball screen. Coggins goes to Winchester. 3 on the way is up. Front of the iron, no good. Mayaski on the putback. Mr. Ryan Mayaski has 4 points, and it's 40-29. Waltonville crawls back to within 11.
Excellent putback by Mayaski. And, of course, you can see the rhythm of Winchester has been disrupted from half the similar bench with foul trouble. Started 4 of 4 from three-point land, now 0 of his last 2.
Towers to the rim, blocked by Miller, tipped around. Miller had it, lost it. Winchester for the rebound. Winchester will bring it up. Waltonville trying to get this thing down to 10, maybe 11. Miller on the right wing. To the top of the key, in the lane, left corner past Coggins, no 3 available. Coggins to the left elbow on the dribble, hands off Winchester, his 15-footer up, good. Justin Winchester has 14, first points of the second half, and it's 40-31. Waltonville down by 9.
That's a good mid-range look for Winchester. It's excited that he decided to take one from inside the arc because he's been struggling trying to find the three-point line. A little bit of confusion with the 2 lines on the floor.
Timeout, Eric Stallman. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. No matter. We'll tell you it is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll tell you about Twitter. You can follow us there at WMIX Sports. Also, we have the Saturday Sports Show this morning, every Saturday morning, 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 940 online at WMIXsports.com. We had a lot of good best guests today getting prepared for the midwinter tournament season. Now, with 5:04 to go, Eric Stallman down there calls timeout. I think that was to settle the ship. He felt a little momentum heading towards the red, white, blue on this side.
That's a good timeout. Try to stop the momentum swing. Of course, the Spartans had just jumped from the free throw line, able to get a couple of defensive rebounds after some stops, and then Winchester found a nice mid-range jumper. And right now, things not unraveling for the Bearcats by any means, but it's good to try to stop before that begins. That's exactly what that timeout was for. 5:04 left in the fourth quarter. 9-point game as the Spartans be able to cut to single digits and getting more of where that offense has come from and where that great defense has come from the past couple minutes.
Towers down the lane off the inbound, scores and a foul.
What's that?
There was a foul. 42-31, that foul on, I think it was Dylan Miller. Yep, that's his fourth, so he joins Winchester with that. And Towers has 15. A boys score, I know of interest. Frankfort leads Vian at 30-29 at the half. Pretty impressive job as Towers now has 16. 43-31. Waltonville down 12. Right wing to Zom. Zom has it, holds above his head. Top of the key, Winchester. A long three on the way is off the back of the iron. Rebound to Sager to Towers. Towers is going full bore the other way around Winchester, around Miller, because they can't defend him with foul trouble, and he scores. 45-31. Waltonville down 14.
What a great night for Jake Towers now. 23 points.
Miller goes top of the key. Winchester right side to Coggins. Gets the ball screen to the left side. Now backdoor cut. Ball tips stolen away. Wheeler off his hands. Yep. Now Wheeler got caught his hands in the cookie jar. Sesser Auto Body post-game show will follow when this one is over. They're pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster. Next time you have a collision, go stop by Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Winchester for a three in a corner, no good. Body's down on the other end. They get up and play on. Wheeler across the timeline of Towers on the right side. Got caught. Nope. The old Jeff Lon and French curl didn't happen there that time, did it?
Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That time it just didn't develop, and now it's come back the other way.
That was a good call by the official. Caught that little bit. And here comes Waltonville. Down by 14 with 4:15 to go in the game. Waltonville's Miller to the right side. Started by Wheeler. Now back out to Winchester, top of the key. Now left wing Coggins. Three on the way in front of us. No good. Rebound goes to the corner. Miller had it, lost it out of bounds. It'll go to Christopher.
Spartans 0 of 5 for beyond the arc here in the fourth quarter, and now 0 of 9 for the half. After going 6 of 8 in the first half, it makes them 6 of 17 for beyond the arc in the game.
Frankfort leading Vian at the half, 30-29. And boys play. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Give them a call, 242-3770, to get to a better state. Jake Towers is down the lane again for another basket, breaking the press. My goodness, he has went crazy here in this second half. Another 7 points. He has 20. And it's 47-31. Waltonville down 16 with 3:38 to go. With the basketball down the lane, shot no good from Winchester, short out of bounds off Waltonville. It'll be Christopher basketball with 3:33 to go. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Man, this game went from close to double digits just in the wink of an eye. Waltonville presses. Towers back across the court to Wheeler. Wheeler up the left side. Miller and Winchester guard. They have to be careful. And down the lane comes Coloni up on the layup. No good. Rebound Sager. Weak side shot. Good to foul. And Waltonville starting to lose the battle of the boards a little bit here in this last part of this game.
Well, they are after dominating the glass so much early on. You hate to see that be a part of the game that they give up. But right now, the Bearcats just kind of getting things done underneath the boxing out. They've been a little bit more physical underneath the basket. I think that's been a big difference as to how they're able to get inside versus the Spartans unable to get inside.
Free throw, no good. Rebound, Zom, and we got a foul. And Zom and Connor make acquaintances here on this holiday weekend. Zom will go the other way and shoot the 1-and-1.
It's a holiday weekend.
It is.
Good doctor. I observance of that on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Schools will be out.
I will
close.
I'll observe. Probably on the golf course if it's warm enough.
We have Lady Rams basketball Monday here in the Fair City.
Back again in Carbondale. First free throw, Zom is good. He'll get another.
Hospitality room where they have the best water on the face of the earth. A little fresh slices of lemon and orange in there.
Yeah. Second free throw by Zom is good. He has 4. And it's 49-33. Waltonville continue to pressure. Wheeler up the right side of the floor in front of us. Goes left side to Towers. Across the timeline, middle of the floor. To Wheeler, back on the wing. Left pass bullet to Coloni. In the corner to Sager. Christopher in time running mode. Sager has it in that corner. Top of the key, Wheeler. He's going to launch a 3 on the way. Good. Hunter Wheeler gets into double digits. He has 11. It's 52-33, and this game got away quickly. Miller to Coggins in the corner. Coggins with it on the dribble. Back to the top of the key to Miller. Miller with a ball screen. Thought about a 3. Got picked up. Now goes down the lane into traffic, and Coloni's going to foul him. That'll be his 3rd, team's 9th, and Miller will go line to shoot 2. as Waltonville right now will play again on Tuesday at Sisney, I believe, in the 4-5 game of the Midland Trail. The winner gets the winner of Woodlawn versus the winner of Sandoval-Grayville. First free throw up and in. By Miller, it's 52-34. Christopher by 18 with 2:36 to go.
What I love about the NTC tournament, coverage-wise, it keeps you on your toes. You have to wait for games to play out before you know what's going to happen.
We'll cover the Carbondale Girls Tournament, Salem Tournament, and Midland Trail Tournament next week. Got to keep with us at WMIX to figure out what's going on, because we'll figure it out when you do. With it inside, they go off the right block. Connor, layup good. Ethan Connor, he follows us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 54-34. Christopher is going to improve to 10-3 on the year. Waltonville will drop to 4-10. Oh, that was an elbow push-off. That wasn't called. And Miller will shoot a three on the way. Shot short, rebound Towers. Towers will run the other way again. Towers down that side, kicks it off right side to Connor, up and in. Ethan Connor has 8. The big fellow gets rewarded for running the floor. Timeout, Eric Stallman. He is going to go find 5 fresh guys and change his line.
I'll get some subs in, get some PC here. It's not every day you can play on the arena floor unless you get to a super sectional down here. Or, of course, if you're fortunate enough to play for Barry Hinson and the Salukis. But, it's a good experience for these kids. And, for Christopher, the chance to empty out their bench and get some kids some playing time.
Barry Hinson was in here earlier. He sat across the way and watched the Carbondale-Jackson, Missouri game. Very interesting ball game as those two schools play down to the wire. And Waltonville, of course, you get to play here. Waltonville has played here in shootout since 1990, but, of course, lost in that super 56-48 to NCOE in 1990. Mike Charnack made the big screen for Mary, the AD. Got to like him. He helps us out a lot. Miller across the timeline to Winchester. Winchester with it, left wing. Free ball from Coggins on the way is good. Hunter Coggins knocked down a 3. He's had 12. He's had a big game as well. Sorry, L.A., I had to bring it up. Across the timeline, Brown with it. Right side skip pass to McPhail, and we got they dumped the puck in the end, and then Waltonville changed their line here as they dump it up. Waltonville will sub out. They'll play Tuesday against Sisney.
On the road.
On the road. Hope for a Woodlawn-Waltonville matchup on Thursday.
I've always thought Sisney's gym is pretty well Waltonville with a little bit newer style of bleachers.
It is. The same setup, actually.
Yeah.
With it in the corner, we enjoy going to Sisney.
Like
Trayvon Brown has it to Maurice Brown. He'll go to the left elbow. Shot from 15 short. A little different shooting here, and that rebound's put back by Austin Williams. You hear the Christopher Bearcat fans liking that behind us. Across the timeline for the Spartans, Taylor Coggins goes right wing. Edmondson, that's Mr. Devin Edmondson. He's the brother of Daisy Edmondson, who plays for SBW. They got to win today over Heron.
I see. No resemblance whatsoever.
No, none whatsoever. Nope. Top inbounds pass goes to the right corner. Off the ball screen. In that corner is Coggins. He's got to give it up, and that ball's tipped out of bounds. Peterson was trying to set a screen over there. Cody was. And there was too much humanity and not enough room to play with. Side out of bounds coming from that corner on the right side. Into Lewis on the right wing. Lewis has it, looks, and now we'll get it to Edmondson, top of the key with a minute to go. Edmondson, right wing to Cody Peterson, top of the key to Coggins. Coggins at the elbow, right side to Cole Griffin, now to Edmondson. Edmondson with it, right wing Peterson, holds above his head, now to Lewis. Lewis goes right side to Coggins at the elbow, looks, has it tipped and stolen away. Williams the other way for Christopher on the layup, lost it. He was wanting to go right-hand layup left side, and that usually doesn't work. Turnover, Christopher. And his teammates are having a laugh because he was wanting to go right-hand left side, and that doesn't work. 58-37, Waltonville down 21, and with 30 seconds to go, they'll come across the timeline. Griffith with it down the lane as he has it picked and stolen away. Bodies and players everywhere trying to pick the ball up. McPhail had it and lost it, and then he was fouled from behind. And we'll see who that foul is on. 23, Devin Edmondson. That's his first, team's ninth. And that will send Ike McPhail to the free throw line. And that's a good coach. Eric Solomon knew he wasn't in the book. He comes over here and gives us that number. We'd be sitting here going, who is this guy?
I think we have everybody trained.
Yeah. Even though he is a Duke fan, he did.
Both coaching staffs treat us very well.
Yeah. 59-37 as McPhail makes the first. He'll get another.
One of the better ADs you'll find in the South is to my left.
Yeah. second one. Wow. I think he heard that, but he don't want to show. 60-37, Waltonville down with 25 seconds to go. Coggins with it to the right side in the corner. That's Griffith with it. Now back out to Edmondson on the right wing. Man-to-man Christopher, they'll play it out. Peterson goes left wing. Coggins has it on this side. That is Taylor Coggins, and his foul ball stolen away by McPhail. McPhail comes the other way, left wing pass. They lose it on the turnover. Bodies down, first down, and goal to go on the baseline down there.
That was like Andrew Luck against the Chiefs.
It's 4.3 seconds to go.
I got that fat head, by the way.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
pressure relief.
Out of bounds, Christopher underneath her own basket. They get it into Maurice Brown. He goes up for a shot to horn and scores. And your final score this afternoon into this evening, Christopher 62, Waltonville 37. We'll take a break, come back with the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans Basketball and Showcase on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
The batter's box in Woodlawn has 17-foot ceilings with a half basketball court, full-length batting cage, pitching machine, and climate control for year-round use. The batter's box is a great place for basketball, baseball, or softball practice with active clinics and lessons in the spring and fall. Contact Scott Smith at 316-1437 to reserve the batter's box for your team or party. Speaking of parties, plan your next birthday party with the batter's box. Located at 614 North Main in Woodlawn. Call 316-1437 for prices and availability.
Drive home the savings. Get the auto insurance protection you need at a price you can afford. When you get a car insurance quote, your State Farm agent Scott Owens will help you get all the discounts you deserve and give you 3 different package options to choose from. Or you can customize your coverage so it's the perfect fit. With all this, it's clear why more drivers trust State Farm more than any other auto insurer. Get to a better state. See Scott Owens on 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770. Is your concrete driveway or maybe your sidewalk cracked, unsightly, or even non-existent? Let Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing in Woodlawn be a part of your home or business renovation in the new year. A true family-owned and operated local business, Rowley's Excavating specializes in dirt excavation and hauling, residential and commercial concrete jobs too. There's nothing these guys can't do. Get a free quote by calling Luke Rowley at 237-0552. That's 237-0552. Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing. They get dirty so you don't have to. Call Luke today.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Score here at the SIU Arena this evening. Christopher beats Waltonville 62-37. As we welcome you back into the Sesser Auto Body postgame show, sometimes things happen in your automobile that are beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body. They get you on the road quicker in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Waltonville loses tonight, 62-37. We'll take a break, come back with the scoring and stats from this ball game here in Carbondale. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball on the Showcase on WMIX.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters, and check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact.
hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
There's still time to save during the cleanup sale at Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Get an extra 15 to 20% off your favorite furniture from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Sealy Posturepedic Bedding, Broyhill, Universal, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Clean up on savings at Newell's General Store with 75% off all remaining holiday, 50% off all Jim Shore collection, lotions, scarves, purses, plus 15 to 25% off everything else. Newell's, cleaning up to save you more.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Final score here at the arena. Waltonville loses Christopher 62-37. We welcome you back in to the Sesser Auto Body post-game show. Sesser Auto Body reminds you to drive safe on the way home from the ninth ball game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body to get back on the road faster. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park. And Sesser, Denny Czerwinski, Chris Hugo alongside. And I'll turn it over to Mr. Hugo for the scoring stats of this ball game.
Well, first we'll take a look at the team shooting. The Spartans were 3 of 25 from two-point range for 12%, 7 of 18 for 38.9% outside. They were 10 of 43 from the floor for 23.2%. Shot 10 of 16 from the stripe for 62.5%. The Bearcats, meanwhile, were 20 of 42 inside for 47.6. They were 5 of 8 outside for 62.5. They were 25 of 50 from the floor for an even 50%. Free throw shooting for the Bearcats, 7 of 8 for 87.5%. Christopher ends up out-rebounding Waltonville, 23-22, and the turnover disadvantage fell with the Spartans, 16-12. Individual scores, first for the Spartans, Justin Winchester. These are all unofficial, had 14. Hunter Coggins had 12. 4 points apiece from Ryan Majewski and Austin Zom, and 2 points for Dylan Miller and 1 for Dalton Vana for 37 points. For the Bearcats, they had a game-high 25 from Jacob Towers, who came alive with 20 second-half points. 11 from Hunter Wheeler, 8 apiece from Luke Sager and Ethan Connor, 2 apiece from Maurice Brown, Garrett Nikolic, Dustin Hammonds, Austin Williams, and Ike McPhail to give us our final score. The Christopher Bearcats 62, the Waltonville Spartans 37. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with scoring and stats, or I should say scoring and stats. We'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Is your concrete driveway or maybe your sidewalk cracked, unsightly, or even non-existent? Let Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing in Woodlawn be a part of your home or business renovation in the new year. A true family-owned and operated local business, Rowley's Excavating specializes in dirt excavation and hauling, residential and commercial concrete jobs, too. There's nothing these guys can't do. Get a free quote by calling Luke Rowley at 237-0552. That's 237-0552. Rowley's Excavating and Cement Finishing. They get dirty so you don't have to. Call Luke today.
You know by now I love baseball, love my family, and love my community. But I also love outdoing the competition. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Chrysler has done it again. They are actively outdoing the competition. It's 0% financing plus. That's 0% financing plus bonus cash plus no payments. Yes, that's exactly right. No payments for 90 days on select models with approved credit. The competition isn't even in the same ballpark with these offers. We are excited at King City Chrysler and look forward to finding the perfect new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram just for you. Hurry in today to work with one of our sales associates at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory online at KingCityChryslerCenter.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
A digestive problem can affect every area of your life. But now there's a specialist right here in town who focuses on digestive health. Mayo Clinic trained Dr. Tegpaul Atwal has opened the only gastroenterology clinic in Mount Vernon. Dr. Atwal treats acid reflux, gallbladder problems, inflammatory bowel disease, ulcers, and more. For your appointment with Dr. Atwal at Crossroads Specialty Clinic, call 618-241-9071.
We're worldwide. This is The Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Final score here at the SIU Arena. Christopher beats Waltonville 62-37. And Czerwinski and Chris Hugo alongside, and we have to pick Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. And who would that be? Well, I'll tell you what, of course, for the Waltonville Spartans, Hunter Coggins had 12 points, but was all over the place. I mean, he drained threes, he got rebounds, he did what he needed to do to try to help keep the Spartans in this one. And then for the Bearcats, I think you have to look at Jake Towers. I mean, 25 points, and led the team, had 20 points in the second half after only having 5 in the first, and just willed his team to a win. Hunter Coggins did what he could. But those are our players of the game tonight. Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. Good pick for the player of the game. And Waltonville losing 62-37 to Christopher. We will wrap it up from the SIU Arena. Guest game coming up behind us between Marion and Belleville East. For our WMIX sports team of Holly Carroll, Chris Hugo, I'm Danny Czerwinski. Thanks for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the WMIX Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. The Showcase is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. The Showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, Roley Excavating, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Ren Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu and by Coach House Garages, Ford Square, King City Chrysler. You can count on us. The Batter's Box in Woodlawn, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXsports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.